told Conan I was coming here.
Save it all, put it on the podcast.
Okay, I'm sorry.
You know the drill.
You sound like Conan right now, by the way.
Thank you. Save that for the podcast, too.
Okay.
Sona, could I get you a tea or a water?
I brought my water with me. Did you purposely get a place that has a balcony?
Yeah.
Rick, I can't get over how much I love your place. You gotta jump on it. You can't fuck around with LA real estate, Rick. I'm saying this as someone who has not one, but 2 properties in the greater Los Angeles area.
You are really relating to the audience right now.
Scoot doo, blabbity blue, scoop dee. Oh yeah!
Where's my chapstick? I have so many chapsticks, but I'm looking for the grape flavored one.
Oh, sorry. I'm clapping.
Thanks for the warning after.
Yeah. Oh, my phone needs to be silenced.
Oh God. Oh my God. I went and got my phone so I could silence it. You made me say
I know, I'm sorry.
and you know what? It was this whole time. Huh?
Do you want me to edit that part out, how I made you say silentish?
Wait, are we already going?
Yeah.
Oh, for sake. Okay.
Bleep out the word silentish, but you could keep me saying it because I don't mind. And also bleep out the F word she said. But from here on out, we're going to probably keep them in.
Oh.
Welcome to another episode of Take Your Shoes Off. Today's guest is a special one. That's right. It's the second appearance of Sona Movsesian.
Oh.
Am I saying that right?
Not even.
Hi, I'm Rick Glassman. And today's guest is Sona. Last name, never been able to pronounce.
No. Okay. Well, thank you for trying to.
Movsesian?
Movsesian.
Movsesian.
Yeah. Movsesian.
Movsesian.
Sussian?
Movsesian.
All that build up to you saying it wrong?
Sona Movsesian.
Where's there a U in my name?
Sona Movsesian.
There you go. It's just, I don't think I would have given you such a hard time if you hadn't built up to it.
I don't think you gave me a hard time. I think you gave me what I deserved.
Get it out.
You know, you got such a strong, confidence. I almost want to say something that. What's a good word for confidence that also has built-in victory to it?
Big dick energy.
No. Big pussy energy.
Okay.
You have the biggest pussy energy. You have a huge, gaping pussy energy.
Yeah.
That is really fun to play with.
I'm glad you think that.
We'll be right back with a word from Conan and Friends.
Hey guys, this is Sona Movsesian from Conan O'Brien Needs a Friend. Do you like comedy? Do you like conversation? Then listen to our podcast, released every Monday.
Do you think you could be a better salesperson for your podcast?
Wow. Yeah. Hello, this is Queen Elizabeth. I want to tell you all about a wonderful podcast. It's called Conan O'Brien. Please listen to it. I've never been on it, but I heard it's really good.
When I said keep going, I meant like, let's continue on with the podcast.
You fucking asshole. You know what's even worse about my impression is I've watched, at this point, all 4 seasons of The Crown, and I knew my impressions were nothing like Queen Elizabeth and Prince Philip, but now I was going to say I feel guilty, but I don't.
You thought, before watching The Crown, that wasn't a comedy voice? You thought that was a real, she must be...
I thought it was, in the ballpark.
Right.
I thought it was ish.
I think I could give a great analogy for what you felt it was.
Huh.
You felt... I'm gonna compare you to Eddie Murphy in your head.
Okay.
You feel like you're funny first.
Okay.
And you could sing, actually really good, but it's just it's kind of a joke.
Yeah.
But you could still maybe win a Grammy as a singer.
Huh.
But does that make sense?
Yes. You're saying that my impressions are not my strong suit or what I'm known for, but they're not terrible.
No, I'm saying that's what... Eddie Murphy and Jamie Foxx, people know them. Jamie Foxx now, people have accepted as a singer. I think Eddie Murphy too. But the point I'm making is they're both unbelievably singers. If you've never heard them do comedy, you'd be like, they're singers.
Are they though? Well, I mean, Jamie Foxx maybe, but Eddie Murphy?
Didn't he win a Grammy for?
Did he?
When he was in Mean Girls? What's it called?
Is it the? All I know about the one of Dreamgirls.
Yeah.
What did you say?
Mean Girls. I was joking about that, but
Mean Girls then Showgirls, but it's Dreamgirls.
Do you think it's time that while we're going back and seeing how inappropriate people have been in the past, and how much they've contributed to the stigmatization of women, that we should change these movies to show women?
I don't see. I personally don't mind being called a girl. Mm-hmm. You're saying that there's something wrong with being called a girl?
I'm saying that I have gotten comments about conversations we've had on the podcast that had nothing to do with status, but just using the term "girl" for girls. And they're like, they should not call girls. Isn't it so interesting that you call them girls instead of women? And I'm like, we call us guys, or that's a big boy over there. That's boy.
Well, I am a big fan of women's liberation and all that, but I honestly don't mind being called a girl. Is that bad?
You don't mind being called a huge gaping pussy energy either.
That's so true.
Yeah.
That's so true. I didn't even bat an eye to that. That was really funny. I love the opposite of big dick energy being big pussy energy.
Yeah, because big dick is a good thing, but big pussy isn't.
No.
And that's another part of the stigma.
No girl wants a big pussy.
And every guy wants a big dick.
Yeah, but do girls want small little pussies?
You tell me.
I think that.
Tell me what women want.
I mean, like a small nipple is more preferable to like a big nipple.
But is a medium nipple better than a small nipple?
Oh, I don't know. I mean, I have no idea.
We'll put up a diagram, by the way.
Yeah. What do you prefer? Do you care about nipple size or vagina size?
This is going to sound so tacky, and also it's going to be so corny, but it really depends on the personality of the woman.
Okay.
Really. If there's this big out there, hey, everybody, and she has a huge areola, that's fine, but it's just, it's not for me.
Okay.
Give her a little nipple.
Okay.
Now, if there's a girl who's very timid, but then she has huge areolas, I think to myself, well, at least you're not loud.
Oh, my God. Oh, my God. Well, see, I don't know. I mean, and also, what's big about the pussy? Are we talking about, the actual, it shows?
Right. I don't know.
That's the question, I think. Or
whether it's nobler in the mind.
I personally, in terms of whether or not you're loose or you're tight, I don't think that should matter at all. I think that all vaginas tell a story. What? How do we get here? This is one my mom's not going to listen to.
Do we have to take any of this out?
No, fuck it, no.
I don't have much skin in the game, literally and metaphorically on this one. I was just making a throwaway joke about how people, some women on the internet think girls I don't know, at what age do you stop becoming a girl and become a woman? I mean, in the Jewish tradition, of course, it's 13.
Right.
But I just think I said to Betty last night, I was talking about I don't remember what, it doesn't matter. But the point is, the culture is so worried about what you're allowed to say. And you might, you have to think before you say stuff. And my thought is, you have to think before you stop me from saying stuff.
Yeah.
Why can't I sit here with a good friend of mine, make jokes about how big pussies and big areolas are disgusting?
They're disgusting now.
I'm saying if I wanted to make...
I don't
like where
this
is going.
Here's my question. You made that joke to me because you feel safe with me. Would you have made that joke with someone you just met?
I do feel safe with you.
Yeah.
However, I think the main reason that joke came out was because it tagged big dick energy.
Yes.
And had you not said big dick energy, I've never thought of, nor would I have thought of big pussy energy. So if you were somebody that I didn't know or wasn't comfortable with or as comfortable with, and you came at me and said, I think it's a big dick energy, that would open the door for me be able to play with the word big, the word small, the word dick, the word pussy. Those are all now fair game.
Fair game.
Yeah.
Well, I'm glad you feel comfortable with me.
Yeah.
I mean, that's friendship.
I mean, it's like it's almost like I could barely feel anything. It's so big, the comfort I have with you.
Oh, that's nice. A big comfort.
Yeah. A big gaping. Also, I want to say, and I don't know how much of this is kept in, and if not a lot of it was, we were just talking about pussies and stuff.
Yeah.
But I feel, I always do with you, I feel so in the pocket with you that it's unearned. Like I don't deserve the pocket that I feel. It's almost like somebody getting drunk and going on stage and being like, I got this. But it's like, not necessarily.
Huh.
So
Why do you think you didn't earn it?
Just the momentum of the conversation, I mean, not my relationship with you. I'm saying this conversation started off as if we had all these balls in the air.
Well, so many balls.
And I just feel like this safety and confidence and like comfort in the jokes that we're making, I feel like I haven't earned it. So it's making me be like, I don't know how much of that pussy stuff I want to have in. I don't know if...
Really?
I don't think where this conversation goes, I think it's going to be on my end. You're there. You're great. I couldn't think of any compliment.
I know,
Like, you're there.
You're there. That's so like, let's set the bar as low as you
you're here. Okay? We can
arrived.
hear you.
You're talking.
I don't mind scatological and immature humor.
Yeah.
In fact, I oftentimes lean into it. But I don't want to do it just to do it. And the point I'm making is it felt like I got a little carried away. What do you guys think? If you guys think that it was too gratuitous with the sexual commentary, comment, Sona has a little pussy. If you think that it was spot on and funny, comment, Sona has a gaping pussy.
Yeah, perfect.
Maybe they won't allow the word pussy. Say vagina.
Who won't allow pussy?
Sometimes YouTube flags if there's certain words.
Really?
Yeah.
Like pussy?
We'll find out.
Oh man, but you could call a cat a pussy.
You could call a cat anything you want, really. It's just, are people going to be okay with it?
It's true. Oh man, okay. Well,
I do feel good.
I do too.
Thank you for coming over.
I just love seeing you. I love your new place.
Thank you.
This is serene.
Isn't it
and
nice?
Peaceful, and I like it. Look, you have all this vegetation. I mean, you did in your last place. You had a nice big tree.
Yeah, but it was on a busy street.
Yeah. Yeah. Were your neighbors happy you left?
They didn't have a problem with me. I had a problem with them. You're talking about the upstairs.
No, I'm talking about your neighbors in general. Every time I came to your apartment, even when Brent and John were living there was so much noise all the time. Either you guys playing music or like,
I'll speak for myself, great relationships with people in that building. In fact, the woman that lives next to me, the loudest person, the place where I would be the loudest would be the woman who lived next to me, who also helped manage the building. Because she shares the wall where I have my TV and piano. And I was playing piano one night when I got new speakers, because I usually use headphones. And I didn't even think about it, and it was loud. And the next day, I said, I'm so sorry about last night. If it was too loud, I'll keep that in mind, but feel free. You don't even have to come over. Just bang on the wall or let me know. And she said, she lives alone, and she's, a little bit older. She said, no, I love you playing. It makes me feel like company. She didn't even say I have company, like the feeling of company.
Oh, that's so sweet.
And when I was going to move out because of how horrible the people were above me.
Yeah, I remember.
The day before I agreed to move into this place, I spoke with the landlord on the phone, the owner of the building. He and his daughter, very nice people.
Whose son lived upstairs?
No, I'm saying of this place.
Oh, of this
The other place. They were so disrespectful and mean.
Yeah.
And domestic abuse all up the ass with them yelling at each other. I actually want to show a video of some of the stuff that I recorded so you could hear, but that's invasive and that's not fair, even though you could hear it on some podcasts. But I got like words that you're not even allowed to call a cat that they were saying to each other.
Oh, no. They'd get banned on YouTube.
They would be banned. I would be banned. I probably wouldn't be able to have it.
Oh,
and also you hear the baby crying and it's horrible.
Oh, there's a baby.
So I wanted to speak to the people who own this place beforehand because I had such a bad experience with the last place and say, hey, I wanted to talk to you to get to know you before I moved into your place. And I want to kind of explain a little bit about who I am, and because I'm difficult, and I want to make sure when I move in, the place, the things work, but I'm OCD, so if anybody's ever going to come over, obviously I'd like notice, but because I want to put rugs down or towels down or something. That being said, I'm going to take great care of your place and blah, 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 blah. He was so nice.
Huh.
It was so great. I hung up the phone with him. I'm going to finally move. I've been wanting to move for years now.
Yeah.
I go out to do my last load of laundry there. I think my last load. And the woman next door came out so excited to see me. The people upstairs, they're moving into a different unit in the building.
Oh
please don't go, she said. I don't even know how she knew that I was looking to move. She said, please don't go.
Wow.
Made me feel nice and also like, oh.
That's sweet, Rick.
Yeah.
Are you going to keep in touch with her?
I only saw her when like she was in the hall, like I don't know her.
I don't know, but if she's alone, maybe you send her
She's
something.
with her. I see her family comes and picks her up and drops her off and they come by.
Oh, that's nice.
But that is
okay.
nice. Maybe send her. What would I send her?
Flowers?
Maybe
a
little
gift basket?
A month subscription to my Patreon.
Okay.
Yeah, you know what? That would be nice. I should send her some flowers and a little gift basket. I'll absolutely
do you
do
have
that.
any idea how far that'll go? If you need places, I got places.
Sure.
I got good places. Huh?
If it's a local place, let us know.
Oh,
who it
but
is.
see, no. So florists, I always go with local florists that are near where you're delivering.
Right.
And then for gift baskets, I go to Fanciful all the time. And they're on Melrose.
I feel like I should do flowers because I love flowers.
You love flowers?
Love
Do you
flowers.
love getting flowers? Like
I've
if I
never gotten
sent you a
flowers.
bouquet. Oh my God, I'm going to send you flowers.
That plant that you saw on the stairwell?
Yeah.
My Aunt Lolly got me as a housewarming gift. I want more plants. I love them. But if I were to get a flower, and I like flowers, I love orchids.
Okay.
So if you're feeling great.
Yeah. You know what I like about you is you tell me what you want. Because otherwise I'm going to send you shit that you might not like.
Do you have experiences with people not telling what you want?
Yes, all the time. People are like, oh, you don't have to get me anything. I'm like, just tell me what it is that you want. Because I'm going to get you some. I also feel bad, by the way. I came here empty-handed. So I'm glad you're telling me what you want. Because my mom would kill me. If I came to someone's house that they just moved into empty-handed, that's just disgusting.
I think that there is an asterisk on this one, which is this isn't you coming to see my new home. This is you doing me a favor by coming over and helping me create a product that I'm not paying you for.
Oh, yeah. Okay, so you're welcome, I guess.
And you could have brought something, I guess. But and anywhere in between.
Anywhere in between.
Before, when you first got here, you were telling me about something about Conan, and I said save it because I want to hear it on it.
I couldn't talk to you at all because everything I was saying, you're like, save it for the podcast.
Well, I wanted Conan.
That's my Rick impression, by the way.
I know. I wanted Conan to come by so I could film as an intro as if he dropped you off to get the production value of Conan, but not to get him at all.
Right.
So I feel like I know comedians well enough that probably he doesn't want to schlep to the valley to do that.
No.
However, relatively speaking, for a small, easy bit, that would be one where they'd be like, I guess I could do that.
Yeah, but it's not that easy because he'd have to drive.
It's an easy bit.
Well, it's not that easy.
Out of all the bits in the world I could ask him to do on this podcast, I don't know if there's an easier one that other than filming it on his phone.
Uh-huh. Oh, you wanted him to film it on his phone, too.
No, I understand he's not going to do it.
No, of course not.
But
But I
also-
appreciate you ask. You know what the thing is with you?
I
You're
tell you
not
what I
afraid
want.
to ask. Yes. You're not afraid to ask for things.
What's this? $10. You want it? Sure. Never be afraid to ask. See, whoops. Never be afraid to ask. That's okay.
And we're back. That wasn't even good.
That was good enough.
That was so stupid. So right, does that matter? That plane?
Yeah, but
Should we chill?
I mean, we aren't we?
And she's gone.
The people at home had the option to hear you talk with a little plane in the background or to sit in silence. What do you guys prefer? If you prefer to sit in silence, comment. Sona has a tight butt.
Oh, but
And if the other one, say that she has a loose butt.
My butt. So the opposite of a tight butt is a loose butt.
What would you say? Flabby?
Flabby. Yeah.
Isn't it interesting that the opposite of tight would probably be loose, with the exception of it being for a butt?
Well, yeah. I mean, is the tight butt the right way to yeah, I mean, yeah, that is. But
Firm.
Firm.
Firm and flabby, tight and loose.
But firm is also loose, can also be the opposite of firm.
I've been saying it for weeks.
So I was supposed to come here a while ago. And then right before I was supposed to come here, I got a text saying, hey, we're about to start that Zoom.
A while ago. Do you mean today or earlier
Today,
this
earlier.
week?
I'm telling you why I was an hour late today.
I thought you were talking about when you canceled the day before. Go ahead.
Wow. First of all, I'm not like all your other guests who have their own lives. My life and my schedule is very much attached to Conan's schedule. So if shit comes up, shit comes up. And if you're saying, you're upset at me, you're really upset at him. And I'm going to tell him that.
Just bring me up.
Just bring me up.
Also, I'm busting your balls. I think you know that, but
I
even
do.
when you apologize, you were.
I do feel awful, though, because I'm not.
And that's enough to make me feel like you shouldn't feel awful.
So is this the blue angels that are just flying around up here? Like, what's happening?
Well, obviously now we have to put blue angels, little goblins on motorcycles wearing vests.
Oh, that's not what I was.
What were you talking about?
The veers.
What are those?
The jets. The veers.
Oh, now we'll do it with jets.
Yeah.
And do the sound effects for them?
Veers.
They're not going to do any animation.
Fucking hand.
Next week on Take Your Shoes Off.
What is my fucking hand
That's
doing?
the plane. I get it.
Veers.
You're making your fingers aerodynamic.
Do you do this where you do sounds for things instead of the actual things? Like.
Paramount.
Got me!
Where is she now? Over here!
You may lose your faith in us, but never in yourselves.
Okay, because I was gonna say whenever I need a cleaner, I go to my husband. I go, "Where's the fus-fus?" Which is like the sound.
Interesting. It's very
fus-fus.
to add the F to it is very
Stupid.
Mediterranean.
Or just say, "Where's the the 409?" Add
To me, it's
409.
not.
But there's no T in it. It's just a fus-fus.
Yours goes fis.
Yeah.
Mine goes. I guess there is an F. You're right.
Yeah. Anyway,
Are you guys still listening?
I know what the fuck is this.
Tell me what you're saying about Conan.
So we were recording. So he had to record this little speech that he was going to give for an event. And I guess he wanted me and Gorley on with it. So we both just kind of hopped on at the last minute. And then we just started talking about things for a while. And then after a while, I was like, I have to go. And I said, Conan, I'm going to go record Rick's podcast. And he goes, Rick. He goes, and then he tells to everybody, he's like, Rick's the one who asks me for all my priceless memorabilia. And then he actually said, and I'm being very serious when I
That's
say
so
this.
funny. I do
he
ask
said,
for so many things.
He said, say hi to Rick. I hope he's doing well. So
I love how this man, which by the way, I guess he kind of is. I mean, he is one of the kings, but still he's a human being. And for you to have to be like, but in all seriousness, as if you were to say he wants to buy you a house, he did go out of his way to say, tell him I say hi.
I know. Is that so he Conan O'Brien said hi to you.
I think I love that. I think to have to validate it is to give it a little bit more.
Here's why I validate it is because I don't think anybody ever remembers who I am. Like, I don't think anybody knows me. And so when someone goes, so-and-so, wanted me to say hi to you, I'm like, really? So that, it just means a lot it means someone remembered me. Is that sad?
No, I think that's gratitude and sad.
Yeah.
But great, it's nice first. Two things. One, you're one of the highest viewed episodes of my podcast.
Get out of here. Okay, come back.
Hold on, just give me 1 sec. If you're looking for just the right flooring, you need choices. And at Marshall Carpet One, you'll find thousands of choices, including carpet, hardwood, rugs, and luxury vinyl. So make the right choice and visit Marshall Carpet One and Rug Gallery. And we promise, with more than 50 years as a family-owned business, we've got you covered!
Where were you? Were you in a big put?
You're one of the highest viewed, sincerely. We'll put the numbers up here. It's around 75,000 views, I think, now.
Get your face out of my face.
Okay.
Oh my God.
Was it clear that when I teleported, I was in a big vagina? If you got it, comment Sona has flappy tits.
Yes.
If you didn't know where I was, say she has firm.
Firm.
Tits.
That's wait. Floppy tits or saggy tits?
What's the difference?
I mean,
if they're not firm. Sorry, I thought I had to sneeze. So yes, you have a high beta. I also found that my female guests, tend to do the views are higher.
Yeah.
And I don't know if it's a coincidence, but Betty thinks, oddly, after this, where 20% of the conversation was about gaping pussies.
Yeah.
But Betty thinks I'm more like
comfortable.
Yeah, sorry, I thought I had a sneeze. With a woman, more like calm.
Why?
Why does she think that, or why am I?
Why are you? Do you think you are?
No. I don't. But if there is truth to that, I would argue more so that the guys that I do have on happen to be big energy guys, so I play with that.
Okay.
So my energy is somewhat reliant on the other person's energy, right?
Interesting.
And the girls are usually more like they're not, as big.
But don't you think big energy would be more appealing for people to watch?
Yeah, I think there's an equilibrium that I don't know what it is.
Huh.
But I think I get exhausted. I have to, and I'm in on it. So I have to imagine you could only watch so much of it.
Yeah. Yeah.
I mean, how would you compare that with Conan? Because Conan is like a child with the silliest energy, but he does such a good job of only doing that if he feels that the guest isn't bringing enough energy. So he could turn it on.
He compensates, is what you're saying.
But he doesn't. He doesn't always have to do that.
No, he doesn't. No, I don't know. I've never even thought about that before. About his energy. Isn't that weird?
Maybe.
I'm like half paying attention most of the time, and this is for everything that I do.
Is that kind of like you just fell into the groove of work?
No, I think that's just like in the movie Up, how there's that dog and it'll say like squirrel, and then it'll suddenly start thinking about something else. That's how I am. Like in my head, I'll just be like I'll be listening in on the conversation with these incredible people, and then I'll just the
squirrel.
Hell was that? Was it really?
We animated a squirrel. I have a thing where I could have leaves drop for stuff.
No, shut up. I know that's not true. I am gullible. I'm not that gullible.
Okay, really watch this. 3, 2, 1. It's amazing what you could do in post. Market.
Who are you talking to?
Sometimes me, oftentimes Perry, sometimes Evan.
Who are Perry and Evan?
Perry and Evan are two people that have been helping me edit the podcast.
That's nice of them.
And when I'm done with the podcast, I write notes down, but I don't always remember. So I oftentimes if it's within an edit or if it feels it's okay to get the exposition out, I'll just tell them here so they know to do it.
That's nice.
And then,
that's a nice system.
It's great. And then they also don't just do what I say. They also have their own flair that they bring to it. So I get to see either I implement my notes or they do, and I get to then. That's why I have everything marked. I go over and I check it, and I love at the end when I'm going over what they did to see like their ideas and stuff.
I like that.
New jokes are found. It's fun.
It's so hard to find good people.
It's so hard. Did you laugh at how pretentious that sounded?
Did.
It's so true. It's hard to find a good. You find a good doctor, a good mechanic, a good frame person, a good person to help clean your house.
Do you go to like 3 places before you go to the right place? Like as in, let's say you need a quote for something.
Squirrel.
Are you serious?
Mark it.
There's no squirrel. I know what you're doing. I'm not going to fall for it next time. I probably will.
Okay. So 3 places.
No, as in like, like, hey, you need your house painted. Like you need the insides of your wall painted and you want to hire someone. Do you get 3 people to give you quotes and then you go with the one that you like the most and who has not
that
just
sounds
the
like
best?
you're shopping around for price, which is different than finding the right person.
Is it not finding the right person? Because I
Price is
sometimes
part of
don't
it.
go with the best price.
That's what I'm saying.
Yeah.
So I'm saying, but if you're getting 3 quotes, how is that going to give you enough information to know how good of a job they do?
I don't know. That's a good question.
I do think that Yelp has a lot of flaws, and I don't just count on Yelp.
No, me
but I
neither.
do absolutely use it.
Yeah.
But the number one, and this is just tried and true, is you just ask people for referrals.
Yeah.
You tell me that somebody is good carries way more weight than any other thing that I could.
I have a good
find.
electrician.
I don't own the place.
No, that's true.
Yeah, I have a good frame guy.
Do you?
You have a good gift basket person.
I do.
I do have a good frame person.
Oh, you do?
Yeah.
I have a good frame guy too. I wonder if it's the same. Wilging?
Sorry, I thought I had a sneeze. No, different guy.
Okay.
Sona, I want to talk more about you just letting things go away, because you got a job as Conan's assistant,
Yeah, I did.
and then it probably, correct me if I'm wrong, was it in the job description? Because you're in a ton of his bits, and you were from
yeah.
the beginning. Was that part of the job description, or was that an organic find?
No, I have no idea how that happened. You know what? I do know how that happened, I think. I don't know if you ever saw his documentary from his tour in 2010.
Maybe. I don't
Conan
remember
O'Brien
it, though.
Can't Stop. Did you ever watch that?
Maybe, but I don't remember.
Well, it's good you do your research before your guests come here.
I can't tell. I feel like you're taking shots at me.
What? No.
Bleep out everything she said.
Okay.
The whole podcast.
So you're
up
just
till
gonna
now.
you're gonna bleep it all out. Oh, we're just gonna bleep it all out.
I can't believe you just said that about black people. Make sure you bleep out what she said. That's crazy. I mean, I know you're
this
joking.
is too much power. I don't like this. Perry and Evan, those are those guys. Perry and Evan. I think you should make me look as favorable as possible, and I will find you and I will give you a gift.
You know who's
basket.
going to make you look as favorable as possible?
Huh.
Tom. Perfect. We're just going to have your tits flying around with squirrels running all over the place and planes around your head. It's going to be $1,000.
What a good waste of someone's time.
Yeah.
I love that.
both the animator, me, and the audience.
I know.
But it's not like you brought a gift.
Oh, wow. You had to bring that back up. Okay, cool.
What were you saying? Oh, but you were telling me something real.
So
I
here's
wanna
what
hear.
I was saying. Okay, so I get a job working for Conan in January. He moves here in March. So for the first 3 months, we're not even in the same state.
Right. Sorry.
I mean, this fucking guy. I'm just going to say the quick version of this. So he moves here in March. We premiere The Tonight Show in June, I think.
Hold on.
Oh my God, I'm going to fuck you up. Oh my God, are you kidding me?
Yes, I was kidding. Obviously. Imagine.
Hold on, and you fix one.
What am I going to do?
Oh my God. So the show premieres in June. Then in, I'm pretty sure it was January. So within I don't know, 7-8 months.
What year is this?
This is I started in 2009.
You started before it was the Late Show, I thought.
No, I started before The Tonight Show.
The Tonight Show. That was
Yeah.
2009, wasn't it?
Yes. So I started January 2009.
So you started the back half of
Yes.
right before.
Right at the end of Late Night when he was wrapping up, then ramping up for The Tonight Show. So we hadn't been working together that long. We'd been working together for like a little over a year, which really isn't that long of a time. And then we went on this tour together, and I went on this tour with him, and then his friend Rodman was filming the whole thing. And I have to be around Conan all the time. So I think that's the first time people saw like how, not dysfunctional, but kind of how siblingly, if that's a word, our dynamic is.
Yeah.
And people were really very receptive to it, I guess. They liked it. And so they just, they put me in every once in a while, which is fun. I like it because I get paid whenever I'm on the air. So
Do you think, and sibling is a funny coincidental term to use because I started doing podcasts with Esther Pavitsky. I don't know if you know who that is.
I do, because she was in Crazy Ex-Girlfriend.
What does that have to? What's the connection? Were you in that?
No,
Oh, you just like the show.
I love the show.
Her first appearance in the subject line, I put crazy ex-girlfriend, and people were like, I thought they dated. They thought I was saying that is my crazy ex-girlfriend.
No. I loved that show.
But we are doing a side podcast. I don't think it's going to be a weekly thing for reasons I don't need to get into, but we're going to just do them. And people refer to the energy as a sibling energy.
That's cute.
But you do them, and it's an authentic thing. You're not playing a character.
No, you know me.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So
Have I ever been? I'm being super serious now. Do I is there ever a time when you're like, Sona's acting like weird?
maybe not that I remember.
Okay,
but
good.
as far as
I'm so self-conscious about that.
so you as in you go out of your way to not be weird.
As in, I just want to make sure that I'm not like putting on airs. Like I don't
Could you
want
give me
to.
an example?
I don't want to like be something I'm not. I think that
Would playing a character be being something you're not if what you are is characters?
What do you mean who I am?
Like
as
if somebody comes out and does, an impression or something or is silly or playing a character or a game, but that's like part of what their personality is.
Yeah, but I want like who we hang out, like how we hang out. I want that to be like just who I am all the time.
I understand.
I never want to be someone like not me.
Right.
Like I think you're very good about being you all the time.
Thanks, me too.
Okay.
Cool.
I don't want to compliment you anymore if you're going to do it like that.
I was being serious. It is one of the character traits of mine that I'm proud of.
Yeah.
Just like for better and for worse, you have to find ways of like sometimes you can't be that thing you are, Rick, because you're just meeting somebody in a professional setting. But like it's a double-edged sword and I'd rather take it as is.
Yeah.
Just like so I was complimenting myself and I was doing it in a way where it was like I feel like a good thing.
Yeah, it is a good thing.
Yeah. Thanks. Thanks. So you were telling me that you're like yourself around Conan? You're yourself around Conan, and that works because you let him play the alpha organically, yeah?
You think Conan's the alpha?
You don't think?
I never thought about it.
He doesn't tell you like once a week, so I'm the alpha?
You think he tells me once a week that he's the alpha?
Do you really not think that he is the alpha?
I don't. What do you mean by he's the alpha?
Like if you were to kill him and his blood were to get on you and you were to die, your day would repeat every day. Or is that the Omega? Do you know what I'm talking about? No. In The Day After Tomorrow or whatever it's called, that Tom Cruise movie?
Oh my God, yes.
Such a good movie.
I watched it. I think I watched it in theaters. Don't you miss going to the theaters?
Very, very much.
I miss it.
I saw there are some theaters that for a very inexpensive price, they rent out the whole theater to you.
I saw that. Why don't we do that?
Right, got a new couch. I'm fine.
Okay.
But yeah, I think Conan is. I auditioned for Curb Your Enthusiasm twice. Didn't get it either time. one of the greatest experiences, including jobs I've had ever in LA in show business.
Yeah.
Because the audition is with Larry David.
No, it's not.
And I would love to tell the story. I'm not going to because I can't keep talking too much. But the point of it is I did make him laugh, like a real one. I understand it's not that hard to do. He laughs a lot is from what I hear.
Is that true?
I hear his character on Curb is what he's been quoted. He quote him. It's who he wants to be, not who he is.
He wants to be.
He wants to be able to say these moments that are so uncomfortable is truly what he thinks, but that's not how he behaves.
That's fascinating.
And he laughs, and he loves to laugh, and he loves comedy. And I mean, I've actually met him 4 times, but every time that's validated, and I've heard people say that about him.
Yeah.
But the point is, I think I was really funny in the auditions. One of the things that I improvised, I didn't get that role, and they used it. Coincidence? I don't think so. It's fine.
I mean,
it is
who
what
ended
it is.
up getting it?
I don't even know who the person is.
Oh, fuck that guy.
But something that I think is a skill set that I have since wanted to develop is your job sometimes isn't to be funny. Your job is to service.
Yes.
And that was my job on Undateable that I recognized a little too late. And one, they're not going to want me to outshine Larry. It's not that I necessarily would, but I'm saying it's not even an ego thing. It's just Larry needs to be the one who is put off. And if I am so this thing where the audience then feels that way too, it doesn't make Larry as awkward.
Yeah. I see. I get what you're saying now.
So it's my job, and even though I knew this, I think I wanted to make Larry laugh. I prioritized the wrong things, I think. My job is to not be funny, but to give him the best environment for him to be funny.
Yes.
Which, for Curb, is to treat it as honestly as possible so he could then react. The one thing that's unusual is Larry reacting, not me. I think there's an organic relationship with you and Conan where you are just so straight.
Yeah.
Where if you weren't, it would kind of cannibalize either the choice that Conan would make or the reason he would make it.
Right. And I love that. I that's all I want to do. I never think that I'm going to go toe to toe with him, and I never want to. I never want to be considered. I don't care if people, and I'm being serious. I don't care if people think I'm funny or not. But on the podcast, the moments when I have the most satisfaction is if I say something and then it triggers a long rant from Conan that just kills me. That's the only, I love doing that.
Because it feels like you're part of it.
It feels like I'm contributing, but also, I don't mind. I don't need to get the laughs. I don't need to be the funny person, and I think that on the podcast, I know people are listening for him. I think people are listening because it's Conan and because he's so witty and he's so fast and he's really funny. And I think that the worst thing that I could do is try to match him, because I can't. I don't want to.
Right. Yeah. If you match him, then you couldn't mirror him.
Yeah.
I feel that was really poetic and good. Does that make sense?
That was nice.
Thanks.
What you did was very nice.
Thank you.
If you match him, you can't mirror him.
Yeah. It depends. Things need different things.
Yeah.
And they need them from different people. A basketball team needs to score points, but somebody needs to get rebounds.
Yeah.
And matching is great if Conan and Will Ferrell are doing a sketch with one another. But your relationship with him is the mirror of it, which Conan's doing. You guys are moving together, but you're feeding him, and vice versa.
Yeah, I like being his caddy. There's an analogy.
Yeah, it's the least catty thing you could admit.
Well, no, not like caddy like that. I'm carrying his golf clubs.
Yeah.
And then he's like, Sona, which one should I use for this putt? And I'd be like, use this fucking one. I don't know anything about golf clubs.
Did you know that we just used a homophone within an analogy?
I don't know what a homophone is.
If you guys know what a homophone is, leave it in the comments. And then just insult
that's it?
Sona.
Okay.
You said that last podcast you were on that you said it. I feel like you said it from the energy of I'm just there.
I am just there.
But at a certain point, you just being there So was Conan until he was just there enough to where people were fans of him.
No, I think that's
you
different.
have 70,000+ views on this first thing.
That's really nice.
Which you are the guests are oftentimes the outlier to the podcast because there's almost 100 episodes for people to pick from. Why are they picking yours?
Who got more? Tell me. Who are they?
Bobby Lee,
that
Esther
makes
Ones,
sense. Yeah.
Ashling Bay,
Yeah.
Kalila. 3 women, by the way.
That's good.
2 women and I was going to say a girl, I guess a boy.
Yeah.
And who else? Mark Normand.
Oh, okay.
I don't know. There's a few more.
That's great.
You're in the top 10, I think.
That's nice. I'll take it.
And
I really didn't. I thought we'd get like 400.
I thought we would get like 8,000.
Okay. You're welcome.
Thank you.
So if I do have to cancel,
Well, you
like
did
let's
have
say
to.
I had to cancel on Tuesday, you kind of just have to take what you can get, right?
Mm-hmm.
Like you can't even be angry. You just have to.
I can. And I made a conscious choice not to be.
That's good. I'm glad you did that. I have a question because you said you did it on Undateable and it took you a while. Did you want to be the funny guy on Undateable?
I want to be the funny guy all the time.
Really?
Yeah.
You're like, even when you're with Larry David, you don't mind servicing him?
But here's the thing. Servicing, I want to be funny, but the underlying thing is I want to be valuable. And I think smart comedians see the value in a service. You know, people love a punchline, but you can't have one without a great setup. Mm-hmm. The analogy I would have for that, and I've said it a lot on this podcast, is people want answers all the time, but the real valuable thing I find are questions because you could Google almost anything.
Yeah.
So if I were to service Larry, knowing what I know now, I feel like I would be offering him value. So that's good enough.
Do you wish you went into that audition knowing that you were going to be servicing him?
I knew. I just didn't know. Like I wasn't in there saying, "Look at me." I think I did a great job. I think I was funny, and I did the audition. And it's I don't. Booking things are very hard.
Yeah, I get it.
After I went in thinking service. I went out thinking I think I didn't play it as honest as I could have. I was trying to say, look at this. But I don't regret. I mean, it's I did a funny audition.
You got to meet Larry David.
So cool.
That's amazing.
Yeah.
He's Jewish. You're Jewish.
The list stops there. But, I had a video. You messaged me that just went viral on Reddit. You saw that.
Oh, yes. Oh, my God, yes.
The Replenish video.
I'm glad you brought that up. Yeah.
Why are you glad I brought it up?
Because I wanted to talk to you about it. I thought that was so... Because I check Reddit every day, but I don't, follow certain subreddits. I just go to what, most people are talking about. And so when I saw your video that I have already seen on your feed... on the front page of Reddit, that's exciting.
I don't use Reddit. So I was talking on my Discord channel and people were explaining to me. So the guy who posted it told me he posted it and it's going viral, but he didn't credit me. And I had this kind of gross feeling that I understand and don't like, which was this video is going viral now. I want to capitalize on it, And what's that face mean that you're making?
Because I don't know if you could say it's going viral.
It's going viral now.
What do you mean? How? On Reddit or on YouTube or where?
I mean, I started a TikTok. I don't use TikTok. Point being, I have no subscribers on TikTok, and I posted that video on TikTok before I went to bed last night, and it has almost 700,000 views. That's TikTok. On Reddit, I left a comment under because it's not like I want people to be like, "Oh, it's Rick Glassman. Follow him on Instagram." Like this exact video. I have podcasts for those people. So if you like this, I want you to see my family podcasts.
I get it.
So that's what I wanted to capitalize on. So I left a comment and said, "Hey, this is my video. Check this out. Check us out podcasting here." And then it got upvoted enough to where I guess enough people see it, but it's still a comment within a comment.
Yeah.
And that brought in 8,000 new views.
That's cool.
So I feel like that has to have at least a few million. So I don't know if I've ever had a viral video.
Well, that's a good one to have. Here's my thing, because I was like, because I understand what you mean by getting credit, and I agree with you. I think getting credit is the right thing to do. Does it feel good, though, that you made something that people are responding to?
First of all, I think those two things need to be separated, because you could be appreciative of one thing, but still, I love that you're over. You could have brought an orchid. You know what I mean?
Okay. We're going to bring that up again.
But
That's
this
fine.
doesn't feel like...
I'm the one who brought up not bringing you anything, and now you're just attacking me with it.
I didn't want to be catty.
Okay.
So I don't feel like I needed the credit for like IP. Like, I deserve credit. Look what I've accomplished.
Yeah.
It was more like, I worked so hard on this podcast, and here's a video that's directly analogous to my podcast where I use my family so much. I want this to feed the podcast.
Yeah.
That's all you know what I'm saying?
But here's
I'm not
my
even
thing.
in the video. I just filmed it.
I know. I love that video. But do you think that also, did it mean, I would think that seeing the comments,
Yes,
which I read, and all of them.
I didn't see one negative.
Yeah, all
Thousands.
of them were so positive, because I think a lot of people relate to it. But also what I saw were a lot of people who were like, this is Rick Glassman, this is his family. Doesn't it feel good that people that you don't even know are commenting on a video with your family saying this belongs to Rick Glassman?
People have probably seen it. I posted it before, but I feel like I should show a clip.
Yeah. What the fuck was that? That wasn't it. Show it. And now I snap. Show it.
Replenish. You're supposed to take the warm ones and fill it up after you
You
finish.
didn't have one today.
When did I finish? Oh, I saw you have a soda pop today.
I had one yesterday. I had a million yesterday.
You had a million
But
yesterday?
I definitely might.
You're supposed to
Was it-
replenish. You take the and refill
You didn't
the
replenish,
refrigerator.
goddammit.
I can't believe it. I never had anything after you've been here.
Oh, fuck! If I taught you anything, I taught you to replenish!
Seriously, look. Refrigerator, everything.
Right in the basement.
No, we had one in the kitchen and we had one downstairs in the basement.
And if you went downstairs in the basement and got a soda, what was the fucking rule?
You'd replenish.
Okay. Well, what the fuck? Danny doesn't fucking replenish.
No, listen, I think it's a microcosm of more serious things, but,
You know what? I'm fucking done. I'm serious. I'm so pissed off.
Is it clear that was me in the gaping pussy from before?
Yeah, it was.
Good. See how you serviced a great running gag?
You're welcome.
Yeah, that feels
The
great.
old pussy gag.
OPG. Yeah, it feels great. There was no feeling of me being like, it wasn't that. It was like, watch my podcast with my family.
So the guy knew he was posting your video. Why didn't he?
He said that there's a rule on the funny subreddit page where you can't post social media clips. I think that was more, you can't steal people's social media clips.
I mean, that makes sense.
Also, you still could put
But he did. He stole your social media clip.
with no watermark. And I'm fine with it.
Yeah, but how come he couldn't say, like, this is from Rick Glassman?
could've.
He shot it.
He could have. And then when I messaged him back after, he said he can't change it now because I guess after so long you can't change it. I don't know.
I don't know if is it?
I don't know. But I don't really care. But yeah, so I did the podcast I've done a few with my dad, but there was one I did at home at his rug store, Marshall Rug Gallery. Tell Conan.
Okay.
And
Cleveland, Ohio?
yeah. Mm-hmm. And my dad's best friend, Mark, it was his first time on. And it did well, and people loved it. So my dad showed Mark the comments, and by my dad seeing his best friend reading these comments, he got even more invested in. Mark loves it. Mark loves reading the comments. Every day he walks in, coming to work, he asks me to show him the new comments. Dad loves reading the comments now, and mom and dad were reading the comments of this and just loving it so much.
Yeah.
The reason I brought it up, by the way, was because you said Jewish. So many people were saying it was very Larry David Seinfeld.
It was.
There was one where there was a few where they talk. My dad has amazing hair.
He has fantastic hair.
Speaking of which, so do you. I would love to do something.
My hair?
Yeah.
You know why? I normally would not let anybody touch my hair, but we are in a pandemic.
Mm-hmm.
and my hair is really long, and I hate washing it now. So
How about instead of cutting it, we just snap it?
it's nice.
Yeah, you look good.
I feel lighter.
Yeah.
Your dad's hair is, I'm guessing he's he's a dad's age, and to have that much hair,
Yes. People.
that's good for you.
People online were calling him Richard Gere.
Okay.
And somebody said a DILF, and my dad told me, somebody said a DILF. Do you know what a DILF means to my mom? And she goes, yeah, I know what a DILF means. Were people saying bad things about me? My mom is worried about people saying bad things. I tell my mom all the time, don't read the comments.
Never.
On my podcast, which are almost all positive.
Uh-huh.
Because you don't want to see anyone being mean. So she said, I don't want people to think that my husband is a DILF, but saying things about me. And I go, nobody has. But I don't know.
Wait, if your mom's a MILF?
Unrelated to the DILF comment.
So she just wants to know if people are like, hey, are people saying nice things about me?
My mom, she has been on the podcast a couple of times, and every time I look at me, I don't know, and she puts like a pillow on her lap, and like she's covering herself some, and I go, Mom, you look fantastic, but it goes, I don't want people. My mom, doesn't let go. Somebody that was mean to me in 3rd grade, she remembers. So it's not just about me, it's about her bubble.
Oh my God. It's funny you said that, because anytime a video or anything about me is posted on any of the social media, my parents read a lot of the comments, and I have to tell them not to. And my mom at one point was like, a lot of them are good, but a couple of them were really mean. And she's like, I was thinking about responding to them. And I was like, I think that would be the worst thing that you could ever do.
To open that door.
Nadia Movsesian, same last name. I wonder if we're related, responding to people who are saying mean things about me on the internet. I'm like, I don't care.
That would be a bit that Conan would use, though.
I know. So I had to like talk her off of doing, it's hard for moms. Like if your mom, luckily a lot of the things or everything I'm guessing that people say about you is nice, but what if, your mom had to read someone say something shitty about you? That would not be cool.
No, but you could manage a mother's expectation. Like, she knows what it's like when a teacher or a student says something about me, but I could kind of control her view of what the internet is. I still feel like I can't. No, Mom, you have to understand. This is literally by design what it is. So if she knows that I'm zero affected by it, which I am, I don't want people writing a lot of negative things, but when there's a few of them, they're funny. It's funny.
You think it's funny?
I do.
Doesn't hurt your feelings? It doesn't hurt mine.
No.
People can say the shittiest things about me, and for some reason, I'm completely unfazed by it. I don't know what that says about us.
Potentially in a good way, strong identity of self-worth.
Okay, I'll take it.
Because if I disagree with somebody, if somebody says I'm not funny, they're fucking mental. But if they say something about me that I don't love, I know.
Do you read all your comments?
I don't read all my comments. I'm happy to say there are too many to read now.
Hey.
But I do read a lot of them. Like one day I'll go up and I'll just read for 10 minutes straight, just going down comments, and I won't get to all of them.
Do you respond?
I do. Yeah, I found that this game of being a personality is more efficient when people feel connected with you.
Okay.
So I have made a point to... I remember Dane Cook said a long time ago, before I ever met him, but it's like part of... I don't think that he started this, but he was the first huge name that came out of... It was MySpace. But he used to try and answer every message and just constantly talk and engage with people, and he believes that was a big help. And I don't know if that just went into my psyche, but from the beginning, I always thought responding is probably a good thing.
That's good. I don't do it that often. Sometimes
you read
I
them,
do.
Though?
No, I don't.
I
don't.
Why?
I don't read them because no comment is gonna be like, it's not. It almost feels as though it's a waste of time. Like
insert all the comments for this episode. It's like she's got a flabby ass, but it's all just saying like good haircut,
I know. I think that I appreciate it that if people like me, I think that, it feels good for people to like you. Obviously, I don't want people to like dislike me, but I also think that I can't put too much weight on it. And I think in the beginning I did read a lot of the comments, but the ones that were nice just for some reason never felt nice enough, and the ones that were mean used to bother me a lot, and I think that that wasn't good for me. And I think that now, luckily, neither good nor bad really affects me that much. I think because, I don't know.
It comes with the territory for me is why I think.
What do you mean?
Like there's nothing special about somebody saying nice things or mean things about me.
Yeah.
There's a cliche that is true, but when people say things, they're really speaking, in a way from their perceptions of their own identities and their own experiences. And you can only put so much weight to somebody saying how great you are and somebody saying how bad you are. So they don't affect me. I literally enjoy it.
Huh.
I like reading them. I mean, the best it could affect me as a compliment is more so validation of me putting in all this time and work is giving people something that they
I get.
like.
Yeah.
And when they don't, the comedian in me loves to be like, if you're, I think what you're saying makes sense. I do this all myself. If you could send me like something you've done to help me, and like taking their insults and just like. It's just fun. It's just comedy.
I like feedback. I guess it's weird, but I think that I love when people, if someone recognizes me or sees me out and then comes up and says something really nice about me, that will make my whole day better.
Like a tell Sona I say hi.
Who said that? Oh, I get it.
I'm saying if it were said, you would like that.
Yeah, that equivalent.
So have you been getting recognized?
I have. I've been recognized a few times.
Do you think you'll get recognized now after this nice new look?
You know what? My hair is actually a big part of who I am, and you cut a lot of it off. Are you excited?
Look at these.
Oh, those are nice. Oh, I like that, Rick.
All right. So, do you have any comps? Any like somebody that you want me to try and make your hair look like?
Just cut them shorter. I wouldn't overthink it.
Hope you don't mind that I got you some brand new Tony and Guy. All right. Beautiful, thick and beautiful hair.
It really is just fantastic.
When people cut hair, they always give you compliments and they talk gossip about other people and show business.
Yeah.
So I'm going to do that with you, okay?
Okay.
Did you hear Mark McGrath recently had a baby?
Wait, did he really?
Yeah. With Shania Twain's sister.
Oh my God, you could tell me so many things that are not true.
Kevin Spacey is back, by the way, starting a podcast called Spaced Out with Spacey. Okay. I heard Tim Robbins is gay.
Tim Robbins, married to Susan Sarandon for
Tony
2
Robbins.
years. Wait, is he really?
Yep, Tony Robbins is gay. And I hear he's very tall because his pituitary gland had a tumor on it. Kevin Pollak recently had a baby too.
Kevin Pollak.
Yeah.
So you heard a lot of babies happening.
Yeah. During the pandemic, a lot of people were having babies.
They're either breaking up or they're having babies.
Or it's not news, right? My video required wet hair, and I want to do it the way they explained it to me.
And then my finger angle is angled diagonal forward. And notice how I split it right at the parietal ridge area, right where that head, create a nice soft face frame around the face.
You know what? I know you're trying to be gentle. You don't have to be gentle.
All right, I think you put on some weight.
Oh, fuck.
Do you want me to teach you how to flirt while you're cutting hair?
Yeah.
You go like this. You get a little bit of your hair. Oops. Oops, I'm sorry, did I get you? Beautiful long hair. Wow, look at this.
You see how long it is? That's why I don't... Oh, fuck.
Your husband must be so proud of you. Or I tell you, there's a lucky man or men at home, huh? Or women. There's nothing wrong with that.
You're so gentle with combing. Do it.
No.
Do it.
No.
Do it.
Beautiful. Look at these beautiful. Yes. All right. Now, the trick is to separate from the parietal lobe.
What's the parietal lobe?
Notice how I split it right at the parietal ridge.
The parietal lobe is here.
Okay.
We're going to do a part. Beautiful. Wow, you must have a lucky man at home.
I'm really flattered you watched a video.
Yeah, I'm cutting somebody's hair whose literal career is dependent on radio. So I figured I didn't have too much to lose. Whoops.
Rick, you just need to go for it. I'm telling you, it's okay. Oh
Beautiful. Now what do I do with this? How am I going to get this off when it's wet?
Did you get the hair away from my parietal lobe?
Wow, beautiful, beautiful hair.
Jesus fucking Christ. Oh my god, what have I done?
Beautiful.
Oh my
This
God.
almost cutting some shit, man.
Oh my god. Oh my god, it's so
Beautiful.
much.
Beautiful. Oh, beautiful.
I'm gonna cry.
You just adjust the other side of the parietal lobe,
It's so much.
and then
Look at all my hair. I can't tell if I'm laughing or if I'm crying. Oh my god, I'll fuck you up. You're not even measuring it. Oh, you asshole. No, stop.
No, I am.
Don't do it shorter than that.
I'm doing it
When
perfect.
when I cut it shoulder length once, my hair did this, and my brother called me Mount Rushmore.
Maybe he thought you looked presidential.
Oh my god.
Wait,
it
I'm
was
sorry.
shorter.
Did I really do? I'm sorry.
It's
It's okay. I think you look.
No.
You look beautiful.
I really think it's hysterical.
Look at these. I love your grays, by the way. They're very maternal.
What an awful thing for a hairstylist to say. What a horrible.
Do you think we could sell this on Patreon? Let me see. Oh, you actually look really good. Beautiful maternal hair.
Stop saying my hair's maternal, you asshole.
You know what I'm talking about? Where they go,
Yeah. We're the people who actually understand what they're doing. What the fuck are you doing to my hair? Oh my god.
yes! Yes! Yes.
They're shaping it around your...
Parietal lobe. We're gonna need a blow dryer. Perfect.
No idea.
Yeah, this is good. Now what we'll do is we'll just bring it back. You really do have beautiful hair. You have a lucky man at home.
Thank you so much. Thank you. Remember when right before you were cutting my hair, you were like, it's barely going to be noticeable.
Yeah, no, it's not. I lied. You know, the only thing that's noticeable now is how hot you are going to be on a market you're not even on. You're like Tesla. There's a lot that just split, but it's skyrocketing, and I sold too early. And we are going to put this up. If you guys want to buy this hair, just leave a comment saying, I'm interested in Sona's hair, and we will ship this out to somebody.
You know what? If anybody even wants it, I will write a note with it.
You hear that? We're going to send you some hair and write a note.
So this is, you know, when it's not that it's my trademark, it's that it's my most defining feature.
Right.
And it's all gone now.
No, I think it looks. What do you guys think? You guys think it looks good? Come on, you can be louder than that. Yeah.
Okay.
You
know
see?
what? Yeah.
If
you're
you
right.
think her hair looks good, comment Sona's hair looks great. If you think it's a little too short, write Sona's body looks great.
Sona's body looks great. Oh God. Oh man.
It does. I really think it looks great.
I you know what? I actually was expecting much worse. I was expecting you to like shave half of it, and that I would not have been happy with.
I do think some girls look women.
Yeah. No,
Peace.
I agree with you. I agree with you.
That
What you're
side
about to
thing?
say? Yeah.
Very cool.
I almost did that. I was really drunk in Atlanta when we were there for a week of shows. And I was like, let's find a barber shop that's open and I'm going to shave the side of my hair off.
Parental lobe.
Is that what it is? Okay. That's right. And we went and we found it. And then as I was walking in, I chickened out. So one of the guys that was with us just got a trim.
Do you think chickens get a bad rap? Because everybody knows cats are scared. There's a thing called a scaredy cat. But I don't feel that there's a stigma to cats and their fear. Where chickens, it's like, when somebody's scared. What do you think a chicken did to deserve
I
that?
don't. That's a good question. Is it because if you get close to a chicken, they automatically run away like a little bitch?
What animal, first of all, doesn't run away? And second of all, I think bitch is another demeaning term, which associates being a woman as something less than.
Well, it's like, yeah, you know what? You're right.
Yeah.
Thanks a lot for.
It's like when people used to say
calling me
things
out.
are gay, and they're like, "Oh, I don't mean homosexual." It's like it doesn't matter your intention. What you're not realizing is
I never
it's
liked
defining.
that. It always made me feel uncomfortable when people were like, "That's gay."
Do you feel that's maybe because you were being a little bitch? See, doesn't that sound bad?
It is still kind of funny
Right.
to say someone's a little bitch. Why?
I think for you, it's because you feel that when you're calling somebody a bitch, you're probably punching up.
Yeah.
Does that make sense?
No.
When a girl calls a guy a bitch, it's more acceptable than the other way around.
Uh-huh.
Because guys they dunk, they're funny.
You know what? That's what it is. It's like we're in a way we're like it's like me saying I have big dick energy. Like I don't have a dick, so I can't have big dick energy. But you saying like, oh, you don't be a little bitch. That I think would piss me off.
Yeah.
But me saying don't be a little bitch is me just like playing into that male machismo kind of like.
Right. Guys are so great though.
Are they?
I mean, like, imagine, picture this, right? You're 14 years old.
Yeah.
You're a guy.
Oh.
Okay, it's the 90s.
So I'm masturbating.
You're at school at the moment.
So I'm masturbating.
Maybe. I don't know. I never masturbated at school.
Never?
Never once.
Okay. I always just think, yeah, okay.
I did once masturbate in a building, in a bathroom.
In a building?
I was doing a semen analysis for a fertility thing years ago. And I went to the place, and they want you to bring the semen. Can I say cum? If anything, just to save a syllable.
Yeah.
And I, at this point, with the way the world is, I'm trying to save everything I can.
I agree.
So they need me to cum in a cup, but I don't do it there, and it needs to get to them within a half hour. Now, I'm 15 minutes away, but still there'd be some pressure about going home if there's any traffic. So where could I cum in this cup? And I went to a bathroom, and I went the bathroom in that building. There were people in, and it was kind of busy, so I went next door, and then I went on the second floor, busy, third, busy. I went up to the sixth floor, so I checked a lot of bathrooms. Nobody in there.
Okay.
I go in, and I masturbate in a toilet stall.
Are you a loud masturbator? Like, when you're about to come, are you like, ooh?
Yeah, I'm real loud.
Yeah?
When are there people you're saying that are uncontrollably like a sneeze, like I'm gonna like they have to make a noise?
I don't know.
Because of course I do. I was quiet up until the cum where I was just you know, worst impression. I almost
like
got lightheaded.
if I was in the stall next to you, would I have known that you were masturbating? Because also there's like.
Yeah, it was dry.
Okay.
I didn't like set up a station.
Yeah. So it's quiet. You're quiet.
The way I masturbated in that public bathroom was probably the most quiet I've ever been in my entire life. I was mortified.
Did anyone walk in?
No.
Okay, good.
Oh my gosh, I'm remembering what happened. No, nobody walked in. I just masturbated and I cummed, and it was very clinical. Right? I washed my hands. I looked at myself in the mirror, and I didn't feel ashamed. I didn't love it, but it wasn't like normally after a masturbation. It's a lot of times it doesn't feel good.
Yeah. Okay. Oh, you feel like shame. That's something we have to change.
Yeah, sometimes I do. It's shame. I don't think is the right word, but it's in the family. It's almost like, here's what it is. You're allowed to eat. Okay, eating makes sense, but sometimes you just eat because there's food in front of you.
Yeah.
And you don't feel, I didn't need that. That's how it often feels.
Yeah.
If I were to masturbate for nutrition, then I feel like I would feel okay. But sometimes it's like, listen, nobody's here. Okay, there's some food right in front of me. I'll just, and you go through your phone. You know what I do? Even if I'm not using my phone, I have become so scared of things that I disable the microphone and the camera from my social media apps, so it can't be used, even though my phone is over here. The way I treat my phone now when I masturbate would be kind of like the way you treat your lock when you're a teenager and your parents are home.
Oh.
It's not it's not just, it's kind of like, am I really about to do this? There's like.
Really?
Sometimes.
You know what's so interesting is I kind of get that because I don't know if it was when I started seriously dating my husband or if when we got married, but I never go on Pornhub or any other porn websites.
What do you pay for browsers?
No, you know what I really love now is those
just watch
like
the NBA.
What? The smoldering period pieces that are on that you can like rent, like Pride and Prejudice, the Michael McFadden, Keira Knightley version. There are scenes in there that get me real hot and bothered.
Cut to a clip. Will you cut a clip of you masturbating to Pride and Prejudice?
I will not masturbate.
Will you just have you watching it and just masturbating?
No, I'm not going to masturbate, Rick.
We'll see.
Okay.
I can't believe you did that and sent it. So, I'm sorry, continue.
I was going to say, I feel like my tastes have matured. Before you'd go on a, like when you needed to get it up when you were going to give that semen analysis, were you on your phone looking at porn?
At the time, this was a long time ago, I had a video, which I don't have anymore. Not that there's anything wrong with it, but, out of respect, of somebody I had been with. And it was just like, I have this.
That's cute.
Yeah.
That is sweet.
Yeah.
That's sweet.
But
it's romantic.
I do remember, I believe you. When I jerked off in a public stall, I did it to you. It's like, oh.
It is sweet.
I left the bathroom and I had a bomb on me, it felt like. Like, I need to get from here
Was it
to
in
there.
a bag, a paper bag?
They didn't give me a paper bag. I didn't think to ask for a paper bag.
So you were just holding this thing?
I mean, it's not like cum in my hand, but it was like a cup with a lid.
Okay. Was it clear?
Yeah, but I don't think people are looking at it and being like, baby.
No, they could
Based on what the cup is, you couldn't tell it was a clear cup of cum. Yeah, there's no way around it. There was a clear cup of cum in my hand.
Okay.
And it was the building where I had to drop it off from. That's why I remember. So I chose, I think I may have had a memory messed up. The reason I went to that building was I had to drop it off in that building. You can't go down the stairs because the stairwell doesn't open. Only on the first floor it does. You know those buildings?
Oh, yeah.
So I had to, I don't remember exactly, but basically it forced an odd logistical operations of elevator use that required me to get on an elevator that somebody else then got on. And I had a cup of cum in my hand.
Oh,
and I was just so embarrassed and uncomfortable. And I brought it to the place that I checked before I went to make sure I knew where I was going. And I don't know, if it closes, whatever it was. If it closes at 4, I got there at 3:58. I got there before it closed. But obviously a lot of people weren't delivering their cum that day. It was a slow cum day.
Yeah.
An SCD. And they closed early.
No.
So I jerked off in this place upstairs. I share an elevator with some people with a cup of cum. I go to the place, and it's not open. So I go into the place next door. It's a another medical place, and I have to wait in the line with this cup of cum. And I say, I have a donation, next door, and I don't want to tell them what it is. And it was just this weird. And I'm sorry they left.
Did they take it?
No, I went home. I put it in my trunk and forgot about it.
No.
Until I sold my car, sold my car to CarMax. Shout out to CarMax. Years later, and
Rick.
And I threw it away. But there was a 3-year-old cup of cum that, had I known how well this podcast would be, I would be offering to sell it. Which, by the way, for those of you who are interested, we are taking offers. Sona will send you some of her hair and a handwritten note. So leave a comment below if you're interested.
Did you say Sona's going to send it?
You'll send it.
I'm not going to take this home. So you're going to.
You'll write a note, though.
I'll write a note, but you're.
Will you send the
taking care
note?
of that. I'll send a note.
Okay.
But I'm not taking this bag
I
of
might
hair
just
home.
have you send a note then and not mail the hair.
I could do that.
Okay.
Yeah. What
Um,
are you going to do with the hair? You should just toss it.
yeah, probably.
That's a good idea.
What a weird episode.
I know.
This is one where I feel this way a lot, but this is one where I feel like I'll do this every day with you. Are people going to enjoy it?
I love coming and talking to you.
Yeah.
Does cum get hard after 2 years or 3 years? Does it harden?
Not if it's in a trunk.
So you
never quote me on that.
You never got your semen analyzed.
No.
Okay. So thank you for having me.
I mean, I'll keep talking for a little. I mean,
you know what? I actually have to go to dinner at my brother's house.
Please? Wait, but there's something.
And I know I came late, but
Yeah, well, you were watching Pride and Prejudice.
Oh, God. I'm gonna send you some clips.
I mean, Sona, I have and had. She was already on. What am I going to ask her? Thought about it. Talked about it with Betty. And I have questions for you. And also, we didn't even finish talking about the other. Like, I want to know more about that transition when you first started with Conan and the Jay Leno stuff.
Yeah.
And your feelings of that and how you grew with him and the connect. And we'll have to have you on again.
I'll come on as many times as you want me to. And I'll reschedule. And I'll hate it. And I'll be late.
You'll hate what part?
The
Squirrel.
having to. You know what? I don't know, man. It's just.
Do you feel okay?
I'm fine. I think that I love you, and
Well, I know it, that I love you.
Okay. You just had to one-up me. That's fine. I think that Marshall Rug Gallery has really great rugs, and I'm admiring the one in your new living room right now.
I'm going to be moving this over there and getting a matching Kaladi, not matching, but a similar style to match the curtains and a little bit bigger to put here.
It's beautiful. And I think that please tell Betty I said hello.
Tell her.
Betty, hi. I want to meet you one day. I didn't meet her yet.
No.
I just love you. I love coming here, and I love just hanging out, and this is awesome.
Well, I'm going to show that to Betty, and whatever her response is, we'll type it up and put it here so everybody could hear the back and forth.
That'd be great. Thanks for cutting my hair.
I think I did a good job. Let me know.
It's hard to say right now because it's wet, but I'm going to send you a photo of it when it's dry, and then we can assess and see how it turned out.
And we'll put it up here.
Yeah, I think that I'm not hating it.
Right.
And I think I came in thinking I was going to hate what was going to happen to me, but I don't hate this. So that's the best compliment I can give you.
Well, I mean, that sucks.
Did you think I was going to be like, oh my God, Rick, you got to cut my hair now more often?
Tell me after you look at it.
Do you remember how you cut it?
Yeah.
You started off with a comb that fell. We abandoned it.
Yeah, it's better than picking it up and using it again.
Then you just... It was a lot of that.
I watched a video.
Yeah.
That they showed me that's the technique.
I feel like you abandoned everything that you saw in the video.
I got a little lazy with it. I wouldn't say I abandoned it.
There you go.
Here's what it would be. We're having a meal, and I don't want to spill anything on the rug, so I put on a napkin and I put a towel down.
Yeah.
I never took the napkin and towel away, but I did bring the bowl to me instead of eating over the table.
That's what happened. And you know what? I am actually very surprised at how it turned out because I think it does look great right now.
I think you could compare artists to athletes. You have a certain sport, you have a certain craft, but people who are good at basketball could pick up other sports well, and I think my strengths and abilities allow me to visualize a haircut. Okay. I want the picture of you after to be like, it's just so bad.
Wait. I can't
wait.
wait.
I don't want it to.
No. It's going to be, it might actually look really great. I have no idea.
Well, this was I think the bluest episode I've ever done.
No way, because there was so much vagina and so much pussy and so much ass and so much titties.
And if it wasn't, it is now. That's the cold open. I think this was the most. That's the cold open. Okay. I think that or the video of you sending me you could you tell? Does a girl jerk off,
No.
or is it a rub off?
Doesn't she flick the bean?
Thank you so much, Sona Movsesian, for coming on over. Literally. My name is Rick Glassman, and if you want full images of Sona flicking the bean, sign up for my Patreon at patreon.com/takeyourshoesoff, the only place Sona jerks off. My name's Rick.
What?
You saying I'm Sona.
And I'm Sona.
And we are each other's
Rick,
sentences.
I'm and Sona.
Scoot. Music playing. All right, now nobody can hear anything. That was great, love. I think you did a really great job.
Oh, thank you. Yeah. No one can hear anything. You're still in this whatever you're
Music
doing.
Look.
Such an asshole.
Thanks for coming over and literally just playing with me for 2 hours.
This was fun.